another episode of the Girls Mentorship Program. We're here with Yassin. So can you please, my name is of course Fatma Tajalo, as everybody knows here. So Yassin, please tell me more about yourself, shortly about how you start with basketball and how everything started for you.
All right. Hello, everyone. I am, first of all, very honored to be on this platform. Like she said, I am Yassin Jaal Mboob. I am a mom first. Right now, that is what I go by. I am a mom of 3 twins and a beautiful. Yeah, I am a law student. I obtained my LLB degree at the University of the Gambia. Currently undergoing a bar professional training course at the Bar School of the Gambia, known as the Gambia Law School. I started my basketball journey pretty much when I was in senior secondary school. Okay, first off, basketball was not my first sport, my first choice. My whole life I've been known to be doing sport, very active, very passionate about it. I used to be an athlete throughout my junior primary school days. I used to compete at the how do they call it, inter-schools tournaments at the stadium. From there, I was very much in love with football too. Yes, I was really very in love and involved with football too. So yeah, my mom was the one that used to say, Yasin, why don't you, seeing how active I was and how versatile, if I want to be, I was, she would always say, don't you try basketball? And I'll say, no, I wouldn't do that. I love football because it's not a sport that I trained. Like, basically, I would say it's a gift that I have. I can still play very well. Like right now, when I play, people will think that I am a professional Gambian player.
Nice.
Football player. Or they will be asking which team I play for. Right. I just laugh and be like, no, I am no longer playing football. Basketball stole me away. So you say, I would say my mom is kind of where the inspiration started from first, because she put it in me that I should at least try. While I never actually concord with her, but there was this day when I was in the 9th grade, and it's gonna be a long story, all right? But just bear with me. I would want to know. I just want to let everyone know, for the benefit of those, the younger ones that don't know how I started and it came to basketball. So there was this day at school when we got out for PE. That's physical education, right? We normally go out and do some activities. But on that special day, I did not, whatever reason I can't remember, I was not in my gears. So I just had no other option but to stand and watch them do whatever. So my friend then, a girl I love so much, rest in peace to her, may her soul rest in perfect peace. She passed, unfortunately. I loved her so much. She loved basketball. Whenever we were out, I'll be busy at the volleyball court, sometimes playing football and doing other stuff, and not the basketball court.
Yeah.
But for her, she was always consistently at the court. Yeah. So she, on that special day, she was just shooting the ball because I was not active in any way. I was subject to just watching her play. All right. She was not actually playing per se, but she was shooting because of the condition of the court then. It was not a very much upper basketball court. By the way, I studied at Gambia Methodist Academy.
Yeah.
That's my alma mater. Yeah. So yeah. So when she was shooting and shooting and shooting, I was like, girl, what's so fun about just shooting the ball? You're just shooting the ball. What's so fun about it? It's not exciting. And she was, and I said, the comment she made was, this is so easy, you know? So she was like, really? Easy then? Why don't you shoot the ball and make a shot?
Why don't you do it? Yeah.
I took it as, yeah, given the fact that I was not into basketball, my sole purpose was to just stand there, criticize, or just enjoy her shoot the ball because I had no other thing to do. And then she challenged me onto actually proving what I said, which was it was easy to make a basket.
Yeah.
Not knowing that, man, there are so many technicalities involved, you know, like the steps and all of that. The ball, and I took the shot for the first time. That was my first throw, and you guess what? The moment I threw the ball came right back at me. Because behold, I thought it was just you throwing, you know. So not knowing that there are like, it's like a process. There are technicalities involved. You should hold the ball properly. You should stand properly, like up and then release and all of that. I didn't know. To me, it was just how to throw the ball and you will easily get in the ball. From then on, you know, the school periods are time based, right? So I stood there, I shooting, but each time the ball will come right back at me. And I am one person that don't like things that disturb my peace. Especially when I am being challenged in something that I should be able to do. All right, because she was doing it, so I should be able to do. Yeah, so I kept on shooting. For the bell rang, I ended up making a basket. And the joy that I actually felt, was really amazing. And I told myself, yes, you know what? It shouldn't take you this long to actually make a basket. So from there onwards, I promised myself I was just going to learn how to shoot the ball.
Okay.
That was it. I said, I'm going to learn not to play basketball, but how to shoot the ball. All right. So I think that is where I actually took it upon myself to actually go and say, okay, I want to go and learn this and that about basketball. And with the help of my consistency, my mindset, the mindset I had, which was whatever I am doing in sports, I must know how to do it.
Yeah, for sure.
Right? Being that hard on that aspect was one thing that got me to this position I am today. And I'll just stop there because it's a lot that happened. There were
there's a lot behind the story.
Along
like, there's more. Yeah.
So you see, so I'll just stop there for the purpose of the interview to encourage others for time factor. So that is how I started.
No, but that's definitely, it's a good story though, because it started with just you hanging out with your friend and she's trying to shoot the ball, and now basketball has done so much for you. So it's crazy how basketball works in people's lives, you know? So definitely. So another question here for sure. Obviously, you also hold executive positions in the Gambia Basketball Association. So you see there's some good achievements that you've done within basketball, you know, in the Basketball Association and the Gambia national team, or National Olympic Committee athletes. So that's a lot going on there. So I have a question for you here. What difference do you think you can implement for the betterment of basketball, especially for the young girls in Gambia? Because now you've seen how it is. You play there, you know how it is playing there, right? You know how it is to start playing basketball in Gambia. Now you also have certain positions above, not only like on the court, but you know, a little bit more of an insight. So how do you feel that in your mind you think you can help better the improvement of the Gambian basketball for the youth, for the youth girls specifically?
Thank you for that very wonderful question. I'd say I've been playing basketball since 2012, right? At that time, we did not have a lot of females competing, or let's say playing basketball in the country, right? At that time, when I started, I joined a team, a Banjul team, where I was very new, because at the time I was joining them, I was a beginner. Behold, that team has been together. The people have been together for a long period of time. They have chemistry. They could actually play back. All right. So whenever the coach, he's late too, by Baji, may he so rest in perfect peace. Whenever he was advising, motivating the girls, he would be like, you know what, you girls should take this very seriously because you are the future national players of this country. So you should take it very seriously. Whenever he was saying that, I used to feel some type of way. Yeah, I would be looking at the girls and be saying, these are the ones, they will be the ones representing the Gambia. All right, I'll be admiring them because I see so much potential in them that I wish I were them at that moment. All right. So whenever he was saying that, I look at them and say, oh yes, these are the people that are gonna represent the country. Not knowing that I was actually gonna be the only one from that whole group that was gonna be the actual one doing the representation. It's a very, very great honor. All right. It's always great to represent your country. The journey was not always easy. All right. Before we had any international engagement, we would train. For me personally, the most of the time, I would just be training with boys. All right. Because I felt like, I'll go back to our reference football, for instance. You know how girls that don't know how to play football very well, how they just come together at one corner and be kicking and trying to pass on the ball and stuff like that. Yeah, I felt like at that time, no disrespect, but that was how I saw a lot of other females that were playing basketball then. Because like the time had to invest in trying to better ourselves to actually be able to be our best in playing the game was not created. All right. We were just playing for the sake of playing. But for me, wherever I got myself into, especially with sports, I made sure I stand out. Not for my name, but for the respect or integrity of whatever I am spending my time on. All right. Yeah. So that is what ought me to be like training with the guys instead of the girls most of the time. Before we had any international engagements and stuff like that, I would always train hard. By 3 in the afternoon, I'll be in the basketball court. I would train early in the morning. I'll go to the beach, run. Not many of us were doing that at that time. All right. So we were doing it at a time where we did not have any opportunities. We weren't promised anything. There was nothing like School Guide International or having these opportunities to go outside or be seen by a scout or okay, you're good enough. I want you to go on a scholarship and then go study abroad and play high school and stuff. We did not have that. And we did not see anything like that coming to in the near future. All right. So we did not have anything that was supposed to push us to be better. Yeah. We were just playing basketball for fun and love of the game. All right. So for me, I took it personal because I don't want to be mediocre. And basketball, even if you know how to dribble, you must always dribble. Yeah. If you know how to shoot, you have to keep on shooting. If you know how to, whatever you do, you have to be consistent in making sure that if you don't add on to it, it does not depreciate. All right. Yeah. So you see, as I went on a fateful day, they said we were going to Togo. Road to Togo. That was my first international engagement. Road to Togo. That was our first, myself and my colleagues, 3x3, the first edition of Africa Basketball 3x3 in Togo Lomé. That was our first experience for international. And we saw a lot of things. We learned a lot of things, given the fact that we were young, competing against I would say African professionals, because a lot of them, I'm now watching them in the Afro basketball. Even then, I was watching them play. you know, representing their country. So to be in the same area that they were was also something that inspired us, motivated me to be better, because there was a girl from Uganda. She asked me, because of my baby face and all of that, she asked me how old I was. When I told her, she was like, "What? You are this old and then you are here? Girl, you have a long way to go." And right, because they were university students by then. They were established. They have experience when it comes to the game, and we were there newbies, being our first international competition or a real competition that we've ever done. You understand? So it was so inspirational. We tried all that we could, but the take home was that it's not just about how good you are. There are a lot of things that comes with the game of basketball. All right, you learn a lot. You have a lot of lessons learned along the way that you are never supposed to forget. Because if you try to forget, then it means you are at the same level that you are on. Because the game evolves. You have to be open-minded. You have to be smart, IQ wise. You have to be, you know what I mean. So that was international engagement, and then that was in 2017. 2017, we went for Africa qualifiers again in Benin, for 3x3. Again, for 3x3, we went to Morocco, Rabat, for the All Africa Games. And again, we went to Turkey, which is the most recent Islamic Games before the Riyadh, this one that's gonna come. So I'll say I've garnered a lot of experience when it comes to how local based play and how the international level is like, I'll put it. And because of my responsibilities, my engagements, it doesn't allow me to be an active player, although I still say I am active, but not active. I do play basketball, but because I have a lot of things that do not allow me to be as active as I used to be, I am subjected to take up responsibilities in the executive as the Assistant Secretary General. Although it isn't something that I envisioned myself holding at this time, because I am somebody that kind of has everything on a timeline for me in my professional career. But, you know, sometimes you plan and then God has other alternatives or other plans for you.
Correct.
And right now, I accept in, because it will be easier for me to accept than just to say, okay, you know what, let it be there and now I'll focus on this and that. It's just not convenient. So yeah, exactly. So now I am the Secretary General of the Gambia National Olympic Athletes Commission, which I am so passionate about. I am passionate about athlete empowerment, especially with girls, you know. I want to be their voice to make sure that, you know, we have the respect, our integrity, and everything that comes within is being put first. All right? Yeah. So recently, I founded my Badges Foundation. After the guy that taught me how to play basketball, my first basketball coach. This foundation is about empowering girls through education and sports. All right. I believe without education, we wouldn't be as empowered as females, because our lifespan with sports is very limited, very, very limited. All right. We might like it or not, but that's the reality. So my foundation is to empower girls through education and sports, young girls. And the reason why I chose them specifically is to make sure that they actually have somebody that can guide them through. All right. Exactly. Throughout my journey. Yeah, throughout with basketball, I never attended a summer camp. Whenever I went to a summer camp, I'll be a volunteer. All right. I never heard a mentor. All right. I never had a mentor to show me the way. Fortunately for me, my mom is very, very passionate athlete. She used to be a basketball player. She was one school girl international at the time. So she was the person, my focal support point. She always pushes me. Since she was the first person to actually tell me about basketball, she ensured that she gave me the support I needed. She's like that throughout. Her whole household is sports oriented. All right. I have my siblings that play football. Little sister plays basketball, and we are a household of sports.
That's nice.
So me, it's a pleasure for me to be able to do that, to come up with such initiatives to ensure that these younger girls have a voice. How do I give them a voice? That is when I empower them. You wouldn't believe the feedback I got after hosting the first summer camp, the first girl ever summer camp in the Gambia, organized by me, a Gambian. I was so touched when I heard, read, and was informed firsthand about their reactions, about how this short 3 days camp has impacted their lives. All right, which I never had. All right. Because some of these girls want to be like me. Although I think I'm not 100, but they see so much in me that is actually something that's gonna make me focus more on prioritizing being better for them. Because now I know there are a lot of girls that are looking up to me in basketball and their lifelong dreams and stuff like that. So, which I never had growing up. I never had a girl figure that I'll look up to and say, okay, I want to be like, I want to this. And the only person I just aligned myself with was Maya Moore. You know Maya Moore, right?
Yeah.
Not even the first person to know. Yeah, I was told about her. I was told about Maya Moore, and then I had to go back and search because the internet makes it easier for everybody now. So I searched on who Maya Moore was, and I saw what she was doing, and I said, okay, yeah, they may make sense now. Okay, I have a lot of a nitty-gritty similarity with how she plays and let me say her way of life and stuff. So I started saying, okay, I am Maya Moore too. So I looked up to her. But unfortunately, I wish I had something like that here in the Gambia, which I never had. These are things that I envision for us because I see the potentials in them. I see the opportunities that are coming, countless opportunities that are coming, that only hard work, consistency, being able to talk to, being coachable, having a steady mind, and being ready to actually grab these opportunities. Do you understand?
Yeah,
Will do for them.
Correct.
All right. So it takes, it's a long process. So they wouldn't understand what they have right now, which is why we are here for them. Because we've been there and we wish these opportunities that are in front of them right now, and we are unfortunate to have, which we wouldn't want them to just neglect like that. We want them to grasp those opportunities when they come because they are ready and they've worked for it.
Yeah.
So I always advocate for these young girls to be their best self. All right. I always tell them that there is nothing you cannot do. All right. It just takes you to be dedicated.
Yeah.
To know your purpose.
Definitely.
It is be dedicated, be in love with the game. But if you don't know the purpose why you're doing the game, then you're lost. You should try to know your purpose. The moment you know your purpose, that's when your efforts are manifested into your hard work. That is when you are actually at your
that's true.
That actually know the importance of why you are leaving your home at the odd hours when girls are supposed to be, which is the norm in the Gambia. Like they expect girls behaving or be in an environment that is entirely different, in a setting that is entirely different from what they ought to be doing as female athletes. Do you understand? So if you're going to sacrifice some of your time, your leisure to come and be in the court, you should manifest why you are on the court at that time. You should make good use of it. So these are that I try to talk to them about, to ensure that they understand. That by they're putting their time, effort, and it's not just about the aesthetic. It's not about just the name or the hype of the game, or just trying to look pretty to be called a basketball player and all that's whatnot. Do you understand? It takes more than just that. At the time we were playing, you will never hear me say I am the best player. No, it's just people giving their perception based on how I perform. But I was never comfortable saying I am good. But I know I was good, but I was not comfortable just because I've seen what good looks like, and that's where I want to be. But in a normal setting, I was good, and they had to talk about it. Do you understand? They had to talk about it. So, but now you see a young girl just started basketball, like let's say a year ago or two, and then the manner at which they move, I mean, you'll be wondering if that's an actual professional player. You understand? So it's a different mindset. I want them to change, because it's more than just that. You have to let your walk do the talking for you. So it's really a pleasure for me to be able to do something like this and be able to be a role model, a sister to these young girls, to be there for them, to tell honest with them. I blunt with them. I don't sugarcoat stuff, because I want them to be where I never was able to be. All right? So it takes a lot of work. I work so hard. If I worked so hard at a time when I did not have or was not promised any opportunity tomorrow, when they have opportunities that are coming, it's evident. It's not something that we are just talking about. Okay, it's something that is happening. There are a lot of opportunities their way. So if they have that right now, they should make sure they work towards getting that, grasping that, competing fiercely but fairly, and making sure these opportunities do not just come to waste for them. So I think that kind of answers your question. I can take the whole day just talking, by the way. So
no,
you
but
can
the thing
as
is,
well just be.
the thing is, just cut you off real quick. Sorry. It's important to have someone that is a female figure, because basketball in general, when it comes to coaches and stuff, is very male dominant in general overall, all over the world. It's very male dominant. Of course, dominant meaning there's also still women, but the men are taking over because there's more men as coaches and mentors most of the time. So having a female player, coach slash mentor, role model, whatever people may call it, because everybody has different, ways to say it. Whatever you are to them, that's what you are. If you're gonna be a sister today, then you're the sister today. If you're the coach today, then you're the coach. If you're the player, then you're the player. But at the end of the day, if you're still older, even if you're not older than them, if you're still like the same age as whoever, if someone's looking up to you, they're looking up to you. So I feel like it's very important to have people like you being in Gambia. I mean, all over the world, but now I'm speaking specifically in Gambia, because Gambia need more people that empower the youths, because we already see on the men's side and the boys' side, it's a little bit easier for them to get more recognition, and that's just how it is sad, but we want to change that. So having you're doing a great job. You did your camp, okay, and you already have your experience as a pro athlete. And even if you, like you said now, like you're not as active as you were before, you're still active, but like you're still a player at the end of the
Right.
day. Once a player, always a player. So I feel like it's very important to have you there. And
That's right.
I'm assuming everybody's appreciating what you're doing on the court and off the court. So I feel like that's
That's
very
right.
good. And I'm happy to hear all of this. But I can see how passionate, like you're very passionate. Like this is my first time speaking to you. But I feel like if I would be in Gambia at the same time, we'd be on the court,
That's
you will
right.
have this, you will still have the same like passion, whether you know me from day one or 3 months ago or a year ago. So I like that you're very passionate about what you're doing. It's not about your journey, like you're helping other people as well. And I think maybe like later on, in a few years, in a few months, they will look back and be like, oh, okay, Yassin, she helped me with this. She told me this. Like if I do this, then maybe she told me I can do something different. Like stuff like
That's
that.
right.
Like the small things you do will be the bigger things adding up. Basically, that's what it is. So I love
That's
this. I love this really. So we talked about, of course, about you being a coach, mentor, players that what you think is needed, which is empowerment for the young athletes, for young girls. If you don't have any purpose, no empowerment, nobody that's backing them up, supporting them, it's not gonna go the way it could go. It will probably go a little bit left. Like they have to have somebody to help them on the rails, right? Help them stay
definitely.
focused. And you're one of those people, right? Because also one more thing, there's a lot of
Yeah.
youths, a lot of girls that do not have supportive parents when it comes to sports. Because like you said, girls in Gambia or in many countries in Africa, not only Gambia, basketball or sports in general is not for girls. We already know that. We've heard this.
That's right.
We heard this. It's like a repeating thing, it's being repetitive. But having people like you, that's what's gonna help, shift that mindset. Because now they have somebody that believes them. If their big sister don't believe
I
in them, or
believe.
maybe their mom, but at least they have someone else that believes in them. And that's you. So we love this.
That's
It's
right.
amazing.
That's right.
So obviously, you know, I see the work you're doing for the youth, but now let's talk more specific about you again. Let's go back a little bit. As you said before, you're a basketball player, you're a law student, you're doing all of these things, but at the end of the day, number one, you are a mother. That's you're a mother, okay? And that's something that's prioritized, that goes beyond, right? So how do you
Yeah.
combine being a law student, right? Coaching, also playing when you
Mm-hmm.
can, of course, because like you said, time is limited, which is understandable, and also being a
Yeah.
mom. So
That's right.
how do you juggle all these titles and all this work? Because it's different type of responsibilities in different aspects of your life. Being a player is different to being a mom.
Mm-hmm.
Being a mom might be different to being a coach. So tell me, how do you juggle this in the Gambia? Like, how do you get the support you need? Do you have the support? So talk me through that.
This is a very important question because not many people understand how still I am able to juggle from one thing to another. You understand. It all comes and it centers back to having a supportive family.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I am one out of 100 girls that is fortunate enough to have support from my family, my immediate family, from my
Mm-hmm.
mom, my siblings, and everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And to be able to have a husband that is as much invested as I am in whatever I am doing is another plus, because we know the norm here. Like, you'd get married, and most of the time, whatever you're involved in will one way or the other go down because of family related matters, all right? Because of the other responsibilities that you have to put first before your personal interests. All right. Fortunately for me, I have a husband that is very supportive, that always motivates me or just encourages me to go after whatever it is, whatever it takes. He'll be there to support me. And that is it all. Like, he was supposed to be the one to say, okay, Yassin, you know what? You are now a family woman. There are certain things that you're supposed to do, and there are certain things that you cannot do. All right? Because just being a student is one thing. Just being a mom is another thing. And having to do it all with sports and the responsibilities and sacrifices, the attention it needs, is another different thing. So having the opportunity, having a strong support system is everything. Is everything, which I have, and I'm very much grateful for.
Yeah. I think shout out to your husband. We appreciate the support you're giving us. This is amazing because, like you said, having the support from home, and also your mom, of course, because she introduced you, and I know you have more people to help you, but just on top of my head, the husband and the mom for now. Just shout out to you guys. I think, like you said, because if you don't have the support at home, and having the motivation, because it's only so much you can do for the younger girls. You also need to have somebody to be in your ear, be like, "Hey, you got this. Come on, like you got this. You think about the next step." At the end of the day, you're also like you were like them before. You needed somebody to also, or still need, of course, because sometimes motivation will lack on certain parts, and it's normal. It's life. If you're juggling so many different things, mom, student, coach, mentor, being just a player, and just in general, life. So I appreciate that you mentioned the family support is needed, because now I feel like hopefully more of the younger girls, maybe if they listen to this with their family members, if they put on the speaker sometime at home, indirectly saying like, "I need your support, mom, dad," hearing that somebody is saying it, maybe we'll flip, maybe we'll get somebody to start thinking. So I applaud you for what you do, because it's not everybody that can do the things that you're doing at that level right now, honestly. So how do you feel? How do you feel right now?
To be honest, it's overwhelmingly not easy.
Yeah, of course.
It's overwhelmingly not easy, because sometimes like you be exhausted with everything. Sometimes you have mental breakdowns. But when you remember the reason why you're doing it, then you realize that you have no reason to fail, no reason to be disappointed, no reason to be, you don't have the time. You don't have the time, because there are a lot of things. You owe it to a lot of people. So you just have to stay strong and keep going. If you don't do it sometimes, then it changes the whole narrative.
Exactly.
It's not easy at all.
Exactly.
But I thank God, yes.
No, definitely no, but you're doing good. You're doing good. I applaud you for that. I really do, and I'm happy to hear this, because it also gives me motivation. Honestly, it really does. I can be a pro player, but at the end of the day, I still need to hear it. I still have to hear it. So seeing you do all of these things, I'm not gonna complain about me. Struggling with a little, this and that. When you're doing all of these roles, and you're still being humble and appreciated. So
That's
I would
right.
take that. I would take that, honestly. I'm gonna
Thank
keep
you.
that back on my mind, for real. And we are, just for another question, we already talked about this. About who, for example, like who's your favorite player. I kind of assume it's Maya Moore. Since we talked about Maya Moore, you might have different people.
Maya Moore,
It's Maya.
all day.
I know that.
All
You're
day.
like, that's Maya Moore. So we know that that's your role model. So also, by speaking about basketball, just real quick, what do you feel is your biggest achievement that you've done? Because now you listed all these things that you've done. You've been to Turkey, you've been to this, you've been to that, you've been to different places, internationally and domestically. So like, what do you feel is like your biggest achievement so far in basketball?
My biggest achievement, I would say, is being able to be who I am.
Okay. Yeah.
Because like I said, it's not easy. It comes with a lot of sacrifices, a lot of decisions that you'll have to take, hard ones for that matter, just to make sure you're grounded in your craft. Just to make sure the people that are looking up to you will never have a reason why they should not look up to you. It's not an easy task. And I give myself thumbs up for the fact that in as much as it's not an easy one, I try my best to put a smile on everybody's face.
Yeah.
All right, to make sure that I know I'm not perfect, I never will be, but I make sure I have this level of trust around these young girls that whenever somebody has something that's disturbing them, they would know they have a safe space with me.
Exactly. Yeah.
They know they would be able to talk to me because I created that positive environment around them to make sure that even if they don't tell me about something that's going on, but just by looking at them, I would feel the energy, I would know. And when I ask them about it, they will be comfortable to talk about it. You know how hard that is sometimes for you to open up. So to me, that is my greatest achievement right now. Okay, personal, at a personal level. All right. With regards to basketball, I would say representing, putting the colors of my country behind my back,
For
like
sure.
representing the country. Yeah. It's just an insane feeling having to do that, being able to do that at a high level. It's also very exciting, a challenging one, because you wouldn't know, you're all going for or towards a common goal from different places, from different countries. You all want to go and win, end up being the first person, the champion. And it always comes with a lot. And to be able to be in it is just something amazing. Yeah, that is my greatest achievement so far.
It's amazing. No, that's great. I like that you mentioned your personal growth that you've had within the sports, and also like the physical aspect, like on being, as a player yourself. So I like I said, I applaud you. I really do. Like thumbs ups to you. You deserve a tap on your shoulder. You really do. And lastly, just to finish this off, what advice do you want to give? We already talked about it a little bit, but just to finish it all, like what is one of the advices you want to give to the youth, to the girls watching this podcast or watching this video? What do you feel like you need to tell them that they need to hear to be able to, reach their goals and be like you are in this space that you are right now?
One thing I'll say and I'll reiterate is that they should know their purpose. It's just all about that. Because as females, we tend to have a lot of distractions. Yes, you would want to be
Hello?
MJ, can you please say something again? I
Hello?
think our network is breaking.
Okay, is Yassin's and yours? Oh yeah, she left. Yeah. It's her connection. Okay. Should we try wait for it to come back, or should we just finish this off just for now and just finish with the other question that I sent to her or I asked her?
Yeah, I was following the conversation. I am so sorry I couldn't make it.
Don't worry.
Gambia is so humbling sometimes. We didn't have electricity since around 12.
Lights
I had
off.
to leave home to come charge my phone. It's so crazy. But I enjoyed the interview, even though I was halfway,
Don't worry.
to the
Don't
end of
worry.
the interview. But just to say Yasin is one of the, let me say, the the most important person that every Gambian basketball player, female, looks up to. Not just
Yeah.
young female ballers, but also the male ballers. So I'm really honored that she's here with us today, and
Yeah.
she's everybody's mentor. She's everybody's big sister. She doesn't have favorites that, you know, she picks before others. Everybody is equal to her, and that's one of the leadership qualities that I really admire of her. I was so happy when I started playing basketball in 2020, and I started watching the games in 2021, and I saw her because I knew Yassin's family since in primary school. I told her, like, her family, like she said, that she has a very supportive family. Honestly speaking, she's really right about that. I can be a witness because when we used to have sport days in Methodist, her mom will come. Her mom will be the only mom that will be there in the interhouse.
Wow.
And then she had her little brother Messi. We used to call him Messi. And when Messi is running, mom will run with him through to the finish line, like just telling him go, 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 go. So like every year she will have like the best parent, and that's the type of family that everybody needs to have. And I believe it has motivated most of us to be that family for our children in the future. I am really envious of her kids because she's an amazing mom. I'm so she's an amazing mom, and thank you so much for coming here today.
Thank you
I
so
believe
much.
we will get to celebrate you more and more in the near future because you have had so much impact in the Gambia Basketball Association and the Gambian female players in the Gambia. So always praying for you, long life, health, and everything good that you wish for yourself.
That's amazing.
I mean.
Yes.
So,
No,
yeah.
we have to know. I'm happy that we got connected today, Yassin. Really, I'm really happy about this because this is helping me connect with other people. Yeah. Hopefully, when next time I come to Gambia, now I'm adding you to the list of the people I'm seeing. Check. I'm adding you to the list because there's a lot of
Inshallah. Looking forward to that. I am looking forward to that.
Inshallah. You know, I want to see
am very
girls
much
here. I want to see them all.
And
Yeah.
inshallah, I am very much pleased and honored to be here today. I'd say Rahia is such a great girl, a great female. I've known her for a long time too. Like she rightly mentioned, we've known each other since primary school days, and she is known to be a really sweet angel. And I'm glad that she is who she is today. She's one humble, hardworking, determined individual, and I am also very much proud of her achievement. All right.
Yeah.
So I am
Definitely.
wishing her well as endeavors. I know the world is yet to see the best of her. She's gonna do amazing things, inshallah.
For sure, inshallah.
And I am glad to be part of yes, I'm proud to be able to motivate or inspire her along her journey. So I am really grateful, and thank you so much, Famata, for having me. It's really a pleasure.
It was my pleasure.
Yeah.
Really. All right. Yeah.